Greetings to another alternate reality segment. Today we are going to be taking a look at Jimmy Crankle, based on the Moon Mater talk show host that we saw, and he actually had speaking lines as well, so really cool to see him in some diecast form here. Really nice one to go along with the other Moon Mater cars, just fits the scene, fits the, short, and adds to the collection of Moon Mater diecast. New for 2025, on the back of the package, you see Moon Mater and Autonaut Lightning McQueen as well. Out of the packaging here, we can see that he has this really nice, bronze finish. It's almost like a gold, kind of shiny and reflective, not as much, but I think it's fine because it is kind of presented that way in the short. Like I said, he does have speaking lines. I'm going to put pictures up on the screen. He has the whole, when does an astronaut eat? And then Mater says at launch time, that little, kind of dad joke almost, pretty much. Really nice car model, too. Such a classical car model, and I really love when we get cars like this because I just feel like the classical car models just add to the lore. They add some diversity. They add some very unique elements. I don't know. I'm a huge just classical car fan, and these really do the job. And Moon Mater is full of it because Moon Mater kind of is meant to take place in sometime in the 20th century. That's for sure. But I want to say maybe 50s, maybe 60s if we're going to push it a little bit. So you get a lot of these more classical car models, and you even see that through the reporters that are there in the Moon Mater short before he goes and descends up into the moon to go and rescue this guy right here, who the Disney Store did, at least. It is overscaled related to the diecast, but it's supposed to be. It's a Disney Store scale, so we gotta work with what we got sometimes when we don't get the product from Mattel. So we have a really nice expression here. I did change it from Derek Decals Dobbs, who is the car that he's based off of in terms of model. He's the only other car that shares the casting, and I think it does a really nice job of presenting himself well. You see the nice white walls as well, the nice white wall tires. Nice, kind of mustache acting as a grill. Love the chrome, too, on the bumper. Actually shiny and reflective. You can just, barely, see. But, there are, just things in my room as we speak that kind of reflects off the bumper, which shows how shiny and really cool it is. That's not a cheap gray. It is pure chrome, and I absolutely love that. We have these black dots here. I'm not exactly sure what they're supposed to mean or what they're supposed to be. So if anyone has any intel on that, feel free to let me know, because I've been wondering that for a while. A couple of those classical cars just have those 3 dots in the front. I don't think they would be gas caps, because I don't think that was a thing for classical cars. They had it in the back like most cars do. Also has a really nice stripe, but doesn't go up to the fin. Whereas Derek Decals Dobbs, two-tone thing, had a beige cream kind of color, but it would fill in the fin area here. But this is just kind of one thin stripe that goes from the start to the back, which again, I like it for, being different from Derek Decals Dobbs and just being its own thing. I also really like this very nice, just flat black rooftop. I guess you can kind of think of it as hair almost. So yeah, and obviously if you guys didn't know, I decided to name this Jimmy Crankle based on Jimmy Kimmel. So I don't know, I just thought it was a cool connection to do there. Cool reference. And we have a nice side here. Not every single car is going to be asymmetrical. It is the same on both sides. Always love too these classical cars that has the spare tire in the back. It's such a cool detail, and also having the license plate on that tire as well is really nice. You have a common trait too of classical cars where you have these red dots of the taillights in a vertical format. Very narrow, but gets the job done. It kind of conforms with the fin itself. The license plate being on the tire, like I said, it's a really cool detail because it could easily just be on this bumper here, which is also a really nice chrome. And it's just cool that you can see these cars that only appear at the end of the day for 5 to 10 seconds sometimes, but just because they appear, you immediately form an attachment to them once they actually do them in diecast form, and if they exist in diecast form or any sort of merchandise for the guy. So yeah, this one I feel long overdue. I'm a little disappointed we didn't get him. However, I will acknowledge that for Moon Mater diecast, they only ever came out as like a deluxe kind of line. So like even ones like Autonaut McQueen was kind of technically in deluxe packaging when, you know, he's never a deluxe. But speaking of Moon Mater stuff, I mean, there's no excuse nowadays, obviously. Like, we can get this kind of stuff now, you know? There's really nothing technically stopping this guy from being released as a single, as a brand new car. I mean, there's open possibilities out there. But Jimmy Crankle here fits in really well. Nice to recreate the scene, too, with, like, Moon Mater and Autonaut McQueen. It's pretty much how they were on the talk show with just, I guess, like, an interview and stuff. Got this guy right here. I don't think he has an official name. I think he's literally just Impala 13, but really like it. Love the detail on him. And we even got the variant of Burnt Autonaut McQueen, which is such a cool variant. Feels like a nice, like, sequel almost to the Burnt McQueen from Rescue Squad Mater. And, of course, you got the Nazca truck. Such a cool release, too. Same model as Dustin Mellows, who ironically is another flashback car, which is in the same scene as Derek Decals Dobbs, who this guy right here has the same model of. So quite the coincidence that you get the two models from cars from the same scene that are in the same short. But it makes sense because this is the short that really wanted to go back into the past, really much so, with the 1960s aesthetic. And finally, not die-cast, but still one of the coolest, like, playset kind of features that they did. You got Roger here. It's kind of hard to get him on screen, of course, but, you know, he is here. I unfortunately have one that's missing the back wing there, as you can see, but I love the jets, and he's just a really nice scale, too, all things considered, with the cars. Obviously small, right? Like, he should be bigger than this, but, I mean, it still looks pretty good. I mean, just for, like, size comparisons, like, Mater can, like, somewhat fit if only the latches were a little higher, but in terms of length, it's fine. Also has these sick flames in the back, too, because he is one with, like, a battery speaker where he can technically make noises, but I just haven't used batteries with him ever because I got him secondhand. But, yeah, he's the nice display piece in the back, too. But let me know what you guys think of Jimmy Krankel here. I almost forgot what I named the guy. But yeah, like, I just really like the classical car models. And you know what? Before we end off, I might as well go and show him with Derek Decals Dobbs. Gotta pull him from my shelf. But yeah, this is the side-by-side comparison with Derek Decals Dobbs and Jimmy Krankel here. So basically, the expressions kind of just flip-flopped in terms of the eyes. Mostly because I want him to be looking at McQueen in Mater from, like, how he appears, but also I gotta change the expression. I know the different characters and their paint jobs and designs get the memo across with their different characters, but I know I just like diversity and I like just making him feel more different. So, you know, these two also look really good together. I mean, like, just being the same model but different takes on it in terms of design is just really nice in my opinion. I really appreciate that. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this whole video. Let me know what you guys think of Jimmy Krankel. Let me know about anything I should add or improve to it, but, I mean, I did it quite a while ago, and I'm only just now getting to it. I am a little disappointed with how the eyes turned out, slightly, but I think it's still decent. It's decent. I think it could have been way, way worse, honestly, because I've seen way, way worse in my time experimenting with customs. But anyway, see you guys on the next one. Peace out.